right? Many times the hurt in our young life, hey, the hurt, say the hurt, in our young life has caused something to take place inside of us. You remember 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the concept of, say it loud, yeah, and we were talking about how drama is what we feel out in the world. But stress is what the medical term is. The medical term for drama is stress. Right. And so we were talking then about adders, subtractors, dividers, and multipliers. Maybe this one writes better. Now, so what happens over a period of time? This is 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. This represents the flow and ebb and flow of time. Watch this. So watch this. Now we're talking about the song. What's the name of the song? The song is about second place. The song is really about the drama that has taken place over a long period of time. Yes. Yes. Here come Nate Walker here. Give Nate Walker a hand for it. Pat, give him a song. Okay, watch this. So then the song says in the third paragraph, it says, look, see the man with the broken heart. You'll see that he is sad. So we're talking about an audience of spectators. They could be adders, subtractors, dividers, or multipliers, but they're spectators. Spectators are always looking and watching. So somebody is actually always looking and watching you. Always. You can think that nobody sees you, but somebody always sees you. And watch this. And once they see you when you are in your drama. But you didn't say that loud enough. Drama. They see you when you're in your drama. When you're in the world. What they don't see, though, is what's taking place inside your body, which you are overtly stressed. Overt stress creates a number of medical conditions that drama doesn't explain. If you want to explain them through drama, then you want a drink. You want a bump. Huh? You want some weedy? Somebody say weedy. Somebody wants some meth. Say meth. No. Who wants meth? Raise your hand. I'm scared. Look, let me just say something. Meth, I had to read about it because it came after my time. Right? I was participating in the sideshow like everybody else. Right? But when I decided at a particular point, Patrick, to become the main act, then the sideshow was no longer enough for me. Watch what I'm saying. I'm trying to take you somewhere. Watch this. Now watch this now. So see the man with the broken heart. Now the man maybe had a broken heart, say that might have been back in, this is 1985. He was in love. Right. And Slick Rick came along. Okay. Knock the boots. Say knock the boots. I don't hear you loud enough. Yeah, this is our place. You don't have to talk soft in here. Nobody's gonna come jumping in and put you under arrest for telling the truth. Slick Rick, say Slick Rick. Slick Rick. Okay, let me just say something. This is a true story. I'm just putting this in here. You ever heard a guy named Sly Stone and the Slide?
Oh yeah.
Sly had a really beautiful chicken wing. He was out in L.A. But he loved her. Man, Slick Rick came. Slick Rick came and he was slick too. Look, and Sly had it going on, but Slick Rick was banging in such a way that she chose Slick Rick and took all of Sly's money to Slick Rick. Come sit down. Come sit down. Give Daniel a hand. He's here. Sit in my seat for a minute. Over there.
Oh, I'll sit in your seat, boss.
Watch this. Watch this.
Sounds like Slick Rick's getting himself into a sticky situation.
Listen, boy. Watch this. Watch this so carefully. The Slick Rick ended up with the girl, and she brought him a big bag full of concert money. This is true what I'm telling you.
Wow.
And I'm gonna tell you something. From this time on, Sly, he was This dude was an amazing musician. He was a talented singer and songwriter. And he would go into his thing and come up with some stuff that was so mellow. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. One child rose up to be. I mean, this guy. But wait a minute. But watch what happened. At that time, Rick was the main act. But Slick Rick came and knocked him, and Rick became the sideshow.
Rick was eyeballing.
Lost in the drama. Caught up in the world. He went to the drink. He went to the went to the weed. And he might even went to the because that boy, that boy looked like he'd been someplace. If you see him, he looked like, man, that used to be Sly Stone. He's somebody else now. We ain't judging because somebody in this room been someplace.
Come on,
right now. Right. Somebody in this room been someplace. What I'm trying to share with you, what I'm trying to talk to you about is how easily somebody can knock you from your main act and turn you into a sideshow. And what I want to share with you is many times, especially people in this room, many times you will think that you are operating as a main act. You will think, right? You tricking yourself into believing that you are all of that and 3 bags of chips. But the truth of the matter is you're so distracted by some of these other things. Let's just put sex in there as another one of those things we get you distracted by. I don't hear nobody. See how the room got quiet when I said sex? But I'm going to tell you something about sex. Sex sometimes relieves your stress. Yeah. And to the extent that sex becomes a stress reliever, a lot of us will begin to weaponize sex.
Yeah.
That's right. You better look right here because you can't get this no place else. Those of us who are operating as a sideshow, weaponizing sex, we keep on getting into these relationships. Put the phone down, son. If we don't do that here, you know that. Look right here. You keep on believing, dear God, that you're in a real relationship. You get in with old girl. She treats you nice. She's sharing with you. You living at her place. You driving her car. She comes home with her check. You ain't working. See how quiet it is? Wait a minute. Somebody, you living this life now. And I just want to tell you, if you live in this life now, I got love for you, but you are operating in the sideshow. You are not the man. Now, watch this. Watch now. Just stay with me. Stay with me. And when you are a sideshow, and as a male, quite often you will do these things. Get up. Get up. Weed. And or you will weaponize sex. I want you to say that again. Weaponize sex. You gotta say it again. Weaponize sex. This is so critical because to the extent that we begin to weaponize sex using a tool, to get to stay in the
Side show.
It's to that extent you get moved further and further from ever being the
Man.
Let's go back to the song. Let's go back to the song because you think I'm playing with you, but watch this. It says, look, it says on the third stanza, it says, see the man with the broken heart. Slide stone. Yeah. You see that he is
Sad.
Say it louder than that.
Sad.
And why is he sad? What's the next line?
He hurt so bad.
So bad.
So bad. So bad.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Now she been there. See what I mean? She said that on the strength of her own life, right there. See, because look, she was justifying about the sideshow because we all been there. But watch this. It's so bad. See the girl who lost the only
Love she ever had.
What's the next line? On 3, 1, 2, 3.
There's got to be no sadder show to see.
This is how it says it in the song. There's got to be no
Sadder show
to see. Who's looking? Read, sing the next line. No.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Okay, look. Here's the satisfaction of a sideshow. It's just this. Drama. The satisfaction of a sideshow is that you got some chump change in your pocket, right? Because that's all she's giving you now. You done already beat her out all of that money. And she's only giving you now just enough money to get down the street to the liquor store. I don't hear nobody. And you mess around women now. And you get a little drinky drink, right there, and forget what you was really supposed to be doing. And while you're on the corner looking for the drinky drink or a or some weed or you're looking to
weaponize sex
with somebody else who's broken just like you. All right. Wait a minute. Now watch this. Watch when two broke up so-and-sos get together. Neither one of them trusts the other one. Nobody believes nothing what the other one is saying. And each one of them are using the other to get whatever they need to weaponize and minimize the stress. I'm just going to wait for all the amen about that. There's probably a preacher who can preach it better, but I just don't see it.
All right now.
He ain't here. Now, I'm going to just tell you this. Watch this. Watch. You mess around here and begin to recognize, and this is what sometimes happens with my sons who come home from prison, who won't give themselves enough time to transition.
No.
That's right. In the process of not giving yourself no time, you talk too slow. In the process of not giving yourself no transition time, you mess around here and go straight to the and you weaponize the and before you know it, you caught in that because sex is good for a time. But what happens with the sex is that when you go around with these mutual multiple partners, you get addicted in your sideshow behavior to weaponizing sex with mutual affairs. Say affairs. Now watch this. I'm gonna give you something. You gotta get it. Is anybody ready for this?
Yeah.
Come on now. Watch this. So who you really dream about, you're not living with. Who you dreamed about when you was in the penitentiary, you don't see her. But not to see her means that you would have to stop doing what you're doing with your time. And you would have to do something to minimize the stress and stop weaponizing your and justifying it by having a Watch this. That'll make you jump off the run.
Ain't nobody running.
Watch this. Watch. Oh, you watch it. So now, listen to this carefully. So you'll mess around there and come home not giving yourself time to transition. Watch this. Transition means I got my job.
Nailed it.
I got my house.
Nailed it.
Transition. I got a bank account.
Nailed it.
I got my driver's license.
Nailed it.
And I got a piece
A shit car.
of car.
Okay.
Sorry.
Now look, Now watch this. If you're transitioning right now and you put any of this ahead of this, you are right now in trouble. You are operating, listen, as a functional. So then go to the next verse. It says this. This is the chorus. On three, we're gonna just sing the chorus together. So let the sideshow on three. 1, 2, 3.
So let the sideshow begin.
Hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by.
Step right there. Look at this part. Wait. You gotta look at this part. You can't afford to let the sideshow walk past you.
All right.
Because you already know you just about use and abuse old girl. And she 30 seconds away from putting your behind completely out in the street. Or calling your PO. Or cutting off your phone. I'm just telling everything.
Right. That's true.
Watch this. Watch. So when here come old girl, as you on the corner with your other, with doing the other thing. Here she comes. She got her own thing, right? Because we didn't go to the verse just ahead of that. See the girl who's lost the only love she ever had. There's got to be no sadder show to see. She's sad too, and she been dreaming about not being another sideshow for another sucker. And you was praying when you was in the penitentiary about not being a sideshow again and making your life a joke. A clown in a clown suit with bozo shoes on.
Nobody.
Yeah, with the big red nose.
Looking clownish.
Waiting on a case. To send you back. Wait a minute, listen. To send you back to the penitentiary where you can at least get your thoughts together. And if you don't want to get your thoughts together in prison, you can get in that. And that.
Drama. Drink. Ball. Weed. Yes.
Nobody want to say that loud.
Weaponized sex.
I said it's weaponizing sex.
Weaponizing sex.
Yeah, look, we got to know what we're talking about here. Because to the extent that we're weaponizing sex in any way, if this is what you are doing to hold on to a relationship, you are just a sideshow. I'm going to say it again because you think I ain't talking about you, or you think I'm playing. I'm not convinced about what I'm saying. I know what it is to live like a clown. Right. Wait a minute. Now, a clown can have a whole bunch of stuff that make him appear to know what he is doing. But the truth of the matter is that fool is a clown too. Wait a minute. And all the big clowns who you heard about are dead or been locked up so long you forgot that they even exist.
That's right.
What good is it to be Fluky Duke and drive up and down the street in a beautiful Rolls Royce and have a big, beautiful home if the people will never let you out because you weaponized you was lived in the drama, chasing the weed and the bar. And you was a big time sideshow.
Wow. Sideshow.
That's right.
You're called sucker ducky.
I'm about to go there.
Okay. Come back to the chorus with me. On three, we're going to sing it again. 1, 2, 3. So let the sideshow begin.
Hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by.
Here's the guarantee.
Guaranteed to make you cry.
Let the sideshow begin.
Hurry.
Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry.
That's so good. Give yourself a big round of applause. Give yourself a big round of applause.
Oh, boy.
But I'm not going to lie to you. Otherwise, what good would I do? I know what it is to live in a sideshow. You can make it look good.
Yeah.
You can make it look real good.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're still a trick and a sucker. Look here, because the sideshow is coming to yak your choppers, and there you sit on the side talking about who you used to be and what you used to do and what you used to have. And I can't tell you about how many brothers I've been up in the picture. Hey, Shane, remember when I had so and so? And I'm like, and I want him like, get away from me with all that. Yes. Yeah, I remember, and I remember when old boy knocked your drawers off, and then you've been crying ever since. Saying that she was a Mac, but you really loved her, and when somebody else that was really a Mac came along, it broke your heart, and you never recovered, and you've been a dope fiend and an alcoholic ever since.
We all been.
Somebody say ever since.
Ever since.
That's what a lot of say. I like it. Watch this. Where's Tyler Strong now? Tell that boy to get in there. Watch this. Watch this. Okay. Is anybody getting anything tonight? Absolutely. You know what? I'm up here working up a sweat. I don't know if it's a little bit this cold I got, or if it's just the air done got hot in here.
Okay, I like the Adidas sweater.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. You gotta watch now. I'm trying to help you. Better for you to be a main act with a little something than to be a sideshow with what appears to be a whole lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would respect you more if you came home, and I've always talked about this. I wanted some of my sons to come home and go to work at McDonald's. 5 guys. Work at McDonald's, learn every job. We learn everything. Become the manager. And then after a certain amount of years, we go take the 5 years, the 5 guys, with all their experience and leverage that against a bank loan to open up a McDonald's franchise. There you go. Listen to me what I'm telling you. McDonald's is a money-making factory.
Yeah.
They make more toys than Mattel or Tonka. And that's just a giveaway. McDonald's is not a
Restaurant.
It's a main act.
It's a main act, sweetheart. And look, and see, so how do we look? Use our brilliance, say brilliant, to become our own main act. Now, some of that is taking place right in this room, and I can give some examples of it. I'm not going to do that because there's those of us in the room who know this message is absolutely and positively for you.
Yeah.
And the difference is you don't know how to take the steps to recover your own life. You are addicted to the weaponization of your own sex. You think you're using her as food, she is using you too. And as soon as one of y'all get through and full of whatever that is you're trying to get full of, right, it's over. That's right. I don't hear nobody. So this is why, watch this. The person that's looking for you can't find you and is being protected away from you. Right. While you continue to operate in your weaponization. And the person who you pray for and the one you really want can see the divider and subtractor qualities operating in your life, and he or she will let you alone. They're interested in you. They like your flavor. You got a particular kind of style, but they'll let you go for a while because you ain't ready yet.
Yep. Say that. Say that.
All right.
At the point, I'm talking to a man now, at the point where you stop weaponizing sex and become a lover, a real lover,
Gotta love yourself and everything. Right.
That's right.
But I'm messing around. We've been married 18 years.
Come on now.
So, you know, a fair addicts, they have to have new trim every so often because otherwise they keep thinking, otherwise I ain't me.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't the sideshow that I committed myself.
Come on now. Mm-hmm.
So you can't let other people alone. And when you see them, you believe you got to interfere. When the truth of the matter is, it's your responsibility and duty to do nothing, to man up and do nothing. And if one of them was worth anything, that one is the one who will step to you. You don't have to step to nobody. You don't have to disrespect anybody. You don't have to talk down to people in a foolish way. She will see that you are somebody. Say, I am somebody.
Somebody.
She would see your somebodyness. And in that seeing your somebodyness, she would mess around here. Come in here, boy. She would mess around in here. There's a chair right over here. Get him.
How you doing? I gotta run to my car real quick. Sorry.
Well, I've been trying to get that out of line on that for so long. I'm so glad to see you.
Wow.
Yeah, Mama called me up. That's him right there. We got a little bit right. Look, let me show you something. I used to think I was just going to do what I'm doing. Just spend my life. And then I was going to go on and do whatever I was supposed to do. That was in year 2 or 4. But now we're here in 15 and 16. And I realized that Creator done set me down and put me in a place for a particular reason at such a time as this. And on this note, He has given me the flavor to speak to you in a way that's truthful and honest about what I'm talking to you about right now. Right? And I'm telling you now, you put all of these things ahead of this. Here's Daniel right here. When he came to us, right here, don't say nothing.
All right.
Because you have a hard time holding your tongue. Watch this. He came to us, he had a job. We gave him, he had money in the bank, had a legitimate and a real nice piece of but, and for a minute, that took him out of the sideshow. He didn't believe that the good life really belonged to him.
Preach.
And at night, in the midnight hour, somebody said the midnight hour. When there's no one else around.
Yeah.
That's when the drama starts tumbling down. And then when the drama starts tumbling down, you first got to have a drink. Because if you have a drink, it'll make you forget about what you're really supposed to be doing. I went through all that. Right. You will justify what you're getting ready to do next. I don't hear you.
I don't. Amen. We follow you.
And there's those in here who don't think, well, Pop don't know I'm drinking. Well, I'm just going to tell you this. You know, drinking is legal. But that don't mean that everybody can get away with doing it.
Right.
All right now.
Right.
Hallelujah.
There's a lot of us in here with just one drink. One drink, we are off to the races of. We might not see you no more for months and maybe years.
Right.
I'll wait for all the amen.
That's right.
You know that it's a door opener for all of these other things.
Yeah.
And while you're in this world, you become somebody else's and you become recognized as because in order for you don't have no more money. In order for you to keep on getting the buck, you got to give up the. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. Watch this. Watch this. Look at your song. Look at your song.
Take it back.
Listen to this. See the man. Just listen. Don't say nothing. Who's been crying? Just let Ananias sing. Go ahead.
I know.
Look. So, just let Ananias sing. Yeah, go ahead. See the girl. Yes, let's keep it. It's
More exciting than a one-man band.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop. Stop right there. It seems exciting for a minute when you're right in it.
Right.
Am I making sense to you? Watch this. Did you miss me, boy? I miss you too. That's another talking about right there. I love that boy. I have messed with that boy for about 9 years. Or so. Yeah, you better come see me. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. It's more exciting than a one-man. Now read the next part.
The saddest little show in all the land. The sideshow began. Hurry, hurry, step right on in. Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry. Let the sideshow begin. Step right on in.
Okay, I'm gonna stop right there because y'all was falling down right there. But I like how you had it there for a minute. You had it. You had it, baby. You had it. You had it. But I'm gonna show you something. I'm almost done. I'm almost finished. What can I do about it? Tell Doug go vote at the Parkwood. Watch this. Watch. So, anybody getting anything tonight?
Yes.
Okay, this is what I'm going to show you. Now, Calvin right here. It's Calvin Washington. Calvin with us now about 5 years, 4 years. Cole and Lionel Lakes. Cal say, Pop, I want this. I really want this. Cal was always caught up in the
Sideshow.
and consequently, he could never keep himself out of the penitentiary. Because listen, he was always pretending to be a sideshow act. Right? But in the last couple of years, Calvin has spent more time trying to be Calvin than he has been
Sideshow.
Because of that, Calvin was able to successfully complete his parole, which he was no good at doing. Give him a hand. I ain't saying that he was perfect. Every time that he would slip up, he would call me and say, Pop, I'm doing my best, Pop. I ain't perfect. Now, I could just ask him, Calvin, what do you mean by that? But I don't always need every detail to know that you're falling back into that sideshow and that drama. What you might need from me right then is not a beat down, but some love.
That's right. Matter of fact, all you guys gave me enough love to stay away from what I do.
We're gonna love him out of here tonight.
That's right.
Yeah. So Cal, we going down to Mississippi.
Yeah, you're right. But I got my daughter in Louisiana. It's about 2 hours away.
So I just want to give him a little extra traveling money. Come on in, son, and sit in this chair way over here. Give him a little. I don't care what you got. If you got a 10 or you got a 5, I want you to just put it out there for Cal. Just put it on this plate right here. It'll come through. Okay. Anybody put something in there? Was it act like it was you getting ready to go somewhere? Act like it was you.
Stop.
Put something in there.
Don't touch my stuff,
Don't
please.
you leave out if you got to be on your phone.
I'm about to record the rest of this.
Just read here. And take the plate and just pass it out. Just put some money in there for Cal because Cal's traveling. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll say something. I remember when Cal started in Lionel Lakes.
Please give me your attention right here.
Yeah, you always wanted it, but you didn't know how to get it in the beginning. And I remember you went to jail inside of the jail, you know what I mean? And when you came back, you said, no, I couldn't let him make me look like lame, you know what I mean? And really, that was never the issue, you know what I mean?
Nobody got somebody else.
Anyhow, y'all don't need to help the plate none. We be listening to somebody who's talking, and people that are talking in here are more important than anything else. Go ahead, son.
So from then, in that state of mind, into what I've been seeing, you know, in the last year, the whole development, your personal development, your leadership skills, man, bro, you are a blessing, and I'm inspired by you. You know, much love, all the
I'm his sister, and I see a lot of change in my brother. He's come to be a good Christian, and it used to be Calvin used to always run. He was a baby, but he always run. But I noticed since he been into God, he kind of don't slow down, and he loving on his family because he always was running. He just was just that.
Yeah.
But he tries to love on his family, and I see a big change in him, and I'm really proud of him. And he stay on the right road and stay with God, and the Holy Spirit would guide him into what he need to do. Sometimes we have to, as human, men and women, we have to we have to act the Holy Spirit, because that's how God gave us that comfort. I can't pronounce it. Comfort. Yeah, comfort. He gave that to us, and sometimes we had to tap into that spirit, for order us to be able to guide us, And when we praying and stuff, we just had to open our heart up to the Holy Spirit, so He can help us and show us the right way. And once He shows us the right way, then that spirit, you tapping into that spirit. Yep.
There was some love right there. See, coming from you, that was big. That's his big sister right there. Don't have to tell a lie about it. You know what I'm saying? And we all in here know Calvin's not different than he used to be. I'm talking about the way back in the line of days. You got something?
I love Calvin. He's such a mighty man of valor. He has such a tender heart. He's a good person. And God's got great things in store for you, mighty man. He loved his family. He loved his family. That's so important. So you just keep on going. He always be, Sister Lola, I want the Lord to do this. I said, He already doing it. That's what you want to do, because He's already chosen you. He's already molding you. Just keep on moving forward. And everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right with you.
Y'all got me sharing a whole lot of
Yeah, I'm Calvin Washington, big brother, and today, and look back over the years. My brother don't grow so much, so I understand a lot of things. We got some years that passed, but we can't get them back. But right now, today, I'm thankful that we can have this time together. I'm glad to know that where he at today with Pop and you guys, that he's growing, and I pray that he keep growing. He don't change a lot over the years, and I'm proud of him.
Yeah, I just want to say that knowing Calvin has definitely been a good, a good thing, a good blessing. Calvin got involved in Power of People back when I was a student teacher.
Right.
I was still a grasshopper.
Yeah.
And Calvin, sometimes different people have different learning styles. And so there was a lot of patience.
Right.
And it taught me a lot about Calvin, as well as myself. Mm-hmm. I still have to have patience with Calvin, because Calvin calls me about 3 times a day. Wait. We figured it out today. My phone number is in somebody else's phone slot. And so
he calls them and calls you.
And he calls me. And it don't matter. I could be, one time Calvin called me about 11 something at night. Called me when I'm at work. I used to answer the phone, but then I found out
he was
Calvin,
trying to call that girl.
Well, no, he was trying to. I told Calvin today I came in. I said, Calvin, give me your phone. And so I changed it because I went through it and we found out what the problem was. So I got it changed, but I put it in there under my own phone thing, so that therefore, you know, if he's calling me, I know he's calling me for a reason. Because otherwise, I would be at work and I'd be like, don't sit to me answering. It's a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But I love Calvin to death, and you know, I'm glad that you know he's really doing good.
Thank you.
So, a couple of things that was good. You see, it's in the pocket thing. I think the weather might be better for you down there, and you might be ready just to relax, come up out of this altogether. Take the time to transition down there and find the main act, and then you become that main act. See, to love somebody, you have to be able to surrender, take a chance. You can't make somebody love you back, even if you believe that you're weaponizing. But you have to love somebody. That's what I'm talking about. You have to come out of weaponization, find something inside to love. That is the love that will last. If you love only the body, you get it? Then you're caught in this affair, right? Because sex will become normalized. It don't have to be no good. It's just normal. It's not new now. And you look and you rush because of that hurt somebody got you way back when you was a kid, and somebody took advantage of you and made you feel like your appetite is so vivacious for sex, like somebody else's was for you. But you won't acknowledge all the things you had to do to become this new man that you are today, and you're willing to sacrifice it and risk it all on a crap game of weaponizing and affair jumping. You can't get comfortable in no one relationship because you believe everything was an affair, just like whoever it was that had an affair with you had an affair with you and then dropped you.
I got a question.
I'm talking right now. Here's the question. Watch this. And when that happens, you don't realize that this is a mental health issue. You're having a mental health issue, and you know you're having it, but when you're having it, you won't rush to help. Do you know how many times we've had a mental health practitioner sitting right here in this group? We will have her sitting right here in this group. Y'all will listen, laugh, hee-haw, and talk, but walk right past her and say nothing, even though you know that deep down inside you need some help that somebody might be able to give you if you would just take a chance.
Yes.
If you would just risk it,
Yes.
you might find out something about yourself that you don't know. I'm almost done.
Hallelujah.
I'm almost done. Watch this. If the person you're running with is no smarter than you, then you have to find a new group for you to be in. Because I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna come tell you why. Because see, you'll be able to. You won't listen to him or her. You don't think they know what they're talking about. That they're in the same pain you're in. Okay? Even when it's good counsel. And sometimes that's what makes this group so special. Because sometimes you can come in here and hear some things and mess with some things that will take you way further than you intended to go. And have you to reflect and contemplate, what is my life? Who am I really? Am I just a freaky sideshow player? Okay. Or am I a real man and a main act, a real woman and a main act? Think back to when you was in grade school, elementary, or junior high. Remember, there was all the young boys. We always want to hurry up and figure out who can we get some from, because now we done figured out that we want some. Think back now. Think back. And then you realize, well, the girl that you really like, you don't even know Look, because she's from a good family. And her mom that counseled her real good about what's appropriate for this family and what's not. Your family were not like that. Some of your cousins, you know, we've been messing with some of our cousins and all the stuff, you know, that we don't want to tell it, you know what I mean? But am I in the right place? We've already been busy with some of our own bloodline. Right. So then we can't understand, and I really like her. She seems to like me, but at the time when we're supposed to do this one thing, she shuts me down. So, Brenda over there, Brenda puts it out. Everybody knows it. Brenda is a sideshow. And nobody really respects Brenda because everybody knows she's a sideshow. But watch this. But what we don't understand, you laughing, but ain't nothing funny about Brenda because look, Brenda is see the girl who's collected broken hearts for souvenirs.
Wow.
It's more exciting than a one-man band. Look, Brenda was always looking for somebody to quit treating her like a sideshow. Somebody take a risk and fall in love with me for who I really am. All right. She's out there now. Wow. Still waiting.
Somebody love her.
Still drinking.
Let's hope not.
But the dream is not dead.
Amen.
Listen to me right here now that you're sitting right here. Your dream is not dead. You can be somebody if you will focus on yourself, not trying to impress other people. Not trying to demonstrate, and this is why many of us, we are, look, watch this, don't miss this. We're in this affair game because we want to prove to other men that we have the ability to do things. The thing that we have the ability to do is put on a sideshow. Well, it only costs you 50 cents a seat. Right.
Wow.
What life has done to those like
You and me.
So let the
Sideshow begin.
Hurry.
Step right on in.
Listen to this part.
Can't afford to pass it by. Guaranteed to make you cry.
That's good teaching right there. That's good teaching right there. Yeah, that's right. You hear what Tony said?
What did he say?
Get a drummer some.
Yeah.
I don't want the money, but here's what I want from you. I want your heart to become peaceful. And that the man and woman you're supposed to be, that thing would come over you and eclipse you like a storm.
All right.
That you quit playing all of these foolish games.
That's true.
And in your 50s, not recognizing that time is not waiting around for you to get it.
Wind up.
And look, time got a big foot. I'm going to tell you this one more thing. I just feel like teaching right now. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to tell you something. I never said this out loud. Watch this. Oh, I feel something. I was driving down Hiawatha Avenue some years back. And as I was getting, my mother lived in that area of South Minneapolis over there by the beer joint. But while I was riding down, I'm in my Mercedes, I'm driving, I'm good. Like a wind or something came from this side. I was traveling south, so it must have been coming from the north, or from the east, right? Or from the west. The wind comes from the west, and the wind is so strong that it shakes my car.
Wow.
You know, I mean, I feel like it could potentially roll me over, and I'm in a big old car.
Okay.
And then it hit me and said, have you talked to your mother? This is after Mother's Day. 2 or 3 days after Mother's Day. I go to my mom's house right there. I stop what I'm doing, call everything off. I'm heading straight to her house. She lived right up here in these townhomes on Fremont Avenue. This is my mama. When my mama had me, she was a hooker. My mama left me with my grandparents to raise me. My mom was so beautiful. Wow. I mean, because she was my mom, I still felt like I don't really know anybody as beautiful as my mom.
No. Yeah.
All right. But we didn't spend no time together back then because she was busy being a
Side show.
Patrick, I just want you to hear this with me. Just do me a favor, listen to me. I get to her place, I don't have a key. She got the security building. Get to her place and I can't get in. I buzzing, I'm calling, I'm buzzing and calling, nothing. This is my mom. So I get the people, say, hey, I've been calling my mom all day. Something ain't right. You got to come up here and open up the door. I picked up some of my mom's sideshow. She left it somewhere safe. These guys were safe, but I lusted for whatever my mom was doing that would make her leave me and not come back. Wow. I didn't understand that I had a hole in my heart so big for my mother's love. I didn't get that. Right? Many times I went looking for my mom. I would see her and get up on the track. Yeah, and look for my mom. Wow. I never found my mom. But I found a lot of other nefarious characters who said they was my friend. And those characters influenced me in some way. Watch this. I'm almost done. Get to the door. The lady opens up the door. But it's so dark. So dark. I already know. My oldest son. I don't want to find what I now know is waiting for me. I don't want to do it. I wish Will was there. I love him. And I bet he would have went for me if I asked him to. But you know what? Sometimes you got to do some things for yourself.
Yes.
I go in there. I make the lady wait. I go in there to the bedroom. And my mom was in the bed. She got her face turned away from me. My mom, who I look just like. Wow. Over there. Look at my mom. She come out of this to be an executive and control data. Wow. Retired at 56 and never had to go back to work. Change it up. Say turn it around.
Turn it around.
Say turn it around.
Turn it around.
Yes.
Bring it around. Tell him.
Sometimes what you have to do is turn it around. Say turn it around.
Turn it around.
Yeah, this is what everybody has been secretly waiting for you to do. All your cheerleaders and all your friends and all the people who really love you have been waiting for you to
turn it around.
You keep on playing back into the you got some of the qualities together, but you haven't made the adjustment totally, and because of that, you're still vulnerable. And I'm telling you now, if you don't
turn it around,
the reaper will reap.
Yes.
I look here. You're a complete slave my mind. And I didn't have no choice but to man up on it. Wow. after that, you know, I send a lot of people home. I preach a lot of homegoings. I serve my family that way and other people in the community. Some of y'all been with me when I have. But then my cousin, who was my very same age, she was the nicest one in my whole family. Never did nothing wrong with nobody. She bad. And you know what? And it shut me down.
Whoa.
Because all of a sudden, all of the death before that all came to visit me at the same time as hers. And for that particular time, it was too much for me to handle.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you now, my foundations were shook.
Yeah.
And I thought about all of the things that I could do to medicate myself. I'm just telling you the truth. I thought about, wait a minute, this could be a little too much for the boy. I might have to sit this one out.
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. I got out of my house, getting ready to go to my car. I don't know what I was getting ready to do.
Wow.
And here comes down the street a pop guy I haven't seen in maybe 8 years. And from half a block, he recognizes me.
Wow.
And this is what he says. Pop!
Whoa.
But I wasn't feeling too much like Pop right then.
Right.
But when he called me by my name, the name that I have now taken on,
Yes.
then it brought me back to where I'm supposed to be.
All right.
That's when I realized, I said, wait a minute. He's like, Pop, man, man, Pop, I need this, I need that. I need this, I need that.
Wow.
I'm used to that. I'm used to that kind of conversation. Right? And it just made me know, look what God has done to me. And brought me from a mighty long way. Hey, I'm not unique, nobody's special.
Come on now.
I'm just a guy like you. Confused about some things. I've mastered some things. I'm still working on some other things. But I'm telling you now, as sure as I'm standing here, you are a bad man or woman, and you cannot allow to yourself to continue to be victimized by your own past. It's over now. Say it's over now.
It's over now.
It's over now.
You have to put that stuff to rest, say the words, and all the things that go along with it, and recognize you still are somebody, and you don't have to continue to participate as a 50-cent sideshow. I'm through with it.